to shine. Today we're going to be talking about capturing thanks. There's so much talk this time of the year about Thanksgiving and being thankful, but we've really thought a lot this week. I know you have, Allie, and I have, about what it means to be thankful. And what does that even really mean? What does a person who's thankful look like? And then finally, how can we teach our kids, the younger generation, to be more thankful?
Well, we looked up the definition of thankful. This is what it means: grateful, appreciative, and filled with gratitude. And then I love this definition. It says conscious of the gift, benefit, or pleasure received.
Ooh,
so conscious of it.
Yeah, and I love that word pleasure. Conscious of the pleasure that we receive, and it's just the simplest things in life. I think that really the most thankful people are noticers. They notice things happening around them and in their circumstances, and even in bad circumstances. They notice things that they can be thankful for, and appreciation rather than indifference or annoyance.
That indifference reminds me of my kids. You have to teach kids how to be thankful. I mean, that is not something they're born with.
No.
That's for sure.
And you know what? Not even just kids, but adults.
Yeah.
I mean, we all need to learn how to capture thanks. So that's what we're going to do today. Research shows that one of the most damaging mentalities in America today is that of entitlement. We see it in kids, we see it in adults. We kind of think that we're just owed things, that we have a right to things. Most of our thoughts go towards fear, insecurity, entitlement, or selfishness. So one of the best ways to crush that type of meandering in our thoughts is to habitually take our thoughts, capture them, and think about thanks. One of the ways I've done this is by marking my thanks in monuments around my house. In my kitchen, I have a little area where I have some rocks that remind me of healings in my life, ways that I'm thankful to God for things that He's healed. Another thing that I typically do is really mark out the ways I'm thankful for dreams realized. Someone made me this necklace that has a cover of one of my books in it, and I can wear it and remember that I'm thankful. Another way that I really capture thanks is a commitment to verbally speaking thanks to other people or just out loud. I remember teaching my daughter Brooke, my oldest daughter, to be thankful since she was little. And when she was a senior, we were picking up her senior high school pictures, and she said to me over and over, probably about 3 times as I was paying for her pictures, "Thanks, Mom, thanks for these pictures, thank you so much." And the person that was selling us our senior pictures noted, they said to me, "We've never ever heard a senior thank their parents for these pictures." That just made me feel so happy that maybe it was working, that I had taught my child to verbally be thankful.
It can be really challenging to teach our kids thankfulness, but it's never too late, okay? And the best way they can learn to be thankful is by example, how we're showing it, how we're showing others, how we're even showing them. By saying thank you to them and please to them, they're learning to imitate us. The more that gratitude becomes our priority, the more it's going to be their priority. I read this really interesting article, and she talked about how when we teach our kids to say please, say thank you, it isn't enough. We're not really teaching them how to be thankful. We need to teach them why it's important to be thankful. And it's important for 2 reasons. One, it honors God. We need to be thanking God. He gave us life, so we need to thank Him for that. And then number 2, thankful people are pleasant people. Wouldn't we all like to be around pleasant people? I don't want to be around somebody who's grumpy and complaining, and especially I don't want my kids to be like that. I want them to be thankful and pleasant and joyful people.
I'd like to recommend today a book that has special meaning to me. It's a very popular New York Times bestseller, but it's by Ann Voskamp, and it's called 1,000 Gifts. Ann really is a friend and a fellow writer, and I love how in her book she really challenges readers to write down 1,000 gifts that they're thankful for. Ann Voskamp, 1,000 Gifts.
I'm going to recommend to you something that my family created. It's called our blessings jar. I keep it right here in my bookshelf, and we wrote our blessings jar on it, and we just throw in here little things that might happen to us that we're just so thankful for. We write about it and we stick it in here. This is when I got my job teaching dance for the first time. I was so excited about that. And so I printed out from the website my little bio at the dance studio and stuck that in here. So it's a really great way to just be reminded of all the great things that God has done for us that we can be thankful for. So really it just comes down to thankfulness being a choice. It does not come naturally to us.
When I was writing my workbook that's titled Spirit Hunger, I came across the most fascinating piece of scripture in the Psalms, which are really known for being songs of thanks. But in Psalm 119, I found this interesting way to capture thanks. And what the author of Psalm 119 did is really marked out time frames in the day where he would stop and be thankful. And the first time frame that he noticed was in the morning. First thing, in the morning, you get out of bed, bam, go right down on your knees and thank God for the day that you're about to live. And then the next thing was he talked about at midnight, he would stop and give thanks. And so I know people, might not stay up till midnight.
For me, that's like
too long.
10 p.m.
Right. So for whenever you go to bed, bam, before you climb into bed, you get back down on your knees by your bed and give thanks for the day that you just lived. And then now here's the hard part. He talks about 7 times in a day stopping to notice and give thanks. And that might sound to you like, oh, that's nothing.
But
really,
no.
7 times in the day stopping and marking and consciously giving thanks for something.
So in your Spirit Hunger workbook, you do a challenge. It's called the Psalm 119 challenge. And we're going to encourage you to do it with us.
Right.
We're going to do it from this Tuesday until next Tuesday, 7 days of practicing this model. Waking up, bam, on the floor, praying, thanking God for the day. 7 times throughout the day. And then at night, thanking Him again.
We've just used this episode to really give you tangible ways to capture thanks. Take the Psalm 119 challenge with us. And any other way you've seen in this episode to capture thanks, we just want you to go for it. Go for it and be thankful people. That's how you'll really shine. Thanks for joining us for Shine. Each week we have brand new episodes, so you're not going to want to miss any. Go ahead and click the subscribe button below, and you'll get your next episode.
We'd love to stay connected with you, so follow us on all of our social media by clicking any of the links you see here. And if there's a topic you'd like us to cover on Shine, just leave us a comment below.
Okay, guys, till next week.
Don't forget to shine!